Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is currently 6:25 p.m. on Wednesday evening, and I'm not feeling very good. I don't know what is going on. I felt fine when I got up today, and then I filmed this drama video, and I thought that I had brought both of the meditation books up to the bedroom because I was going to film them back to back and then start uploading them, and then I was going to do my vlog. And I was looking around in the bed and I was like, oh, the books must be downstairs. And so I went downstairs to get the books. And as soon as I stood up from the bed, I just my throat started hurting. My stomach was cramping. And I just felt real lightheaded. I'm like, what is going on? My throat is really hurting, which is weird. I don't know if it's the change in the weather and stuff. The weather is, yesterday it was 60 and it was so beautiful. It is so cold outside. I just took Bradley outside. He's loving it. He was running around all over the place, and then I fed him, and now he ate and he was upstairs. He keeps on looking over the top stair at me because he's like, come upstairs, Dad, get into bed. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Alex was sick a couple days ago, but then the next day he felt fine. He felt better. So he hasn't been sick at all this week, and I haven't been around anybody, so I don't know where I would have gotten sick. I don't know honestly what it is, but it's all over, my stomach, my throat. I feel lightheaded. I mean, I kind of feel I'm getting the flu a little bit. I wasn't outside really that much last night because it was storming and stuff like that. And then I just sat in the chair and I watched this true crime documentary. So this is what happened last night. So what was I watching? Oh, Alex was watching Jeff Lewis. So I finished, while I was waiting for the vlog to get uploaded, I finished the last episode of Missing Kinley on Amazon Prime. It's a fantastic true crime documentary, and I think it's a really important story because he is still unfound to this day. He's still missing, and the case is an open case, and there's really haven't been, well, hi, Boo Radley. There really haven't been a lot of updates since the documentary aired. I think in 2015 or 2017 or something like that. It's a 5-part series. Actually, it just kind of ends. I took my AirPod out and I was like, what is going on? I said to Alex, he's like, what are you, I was like, well, the documentary just ended. And so I started looking up all this stuff about what had happened since the documentary aired. So I watched that. And then I was so tired, and I was waiting to see if it started storming. Because, oh, no, I know what I did yesterday. I took, as soon as I got done vlogging and all that kind of stuff while the vlog was going on, or uploading, I took a walk last night. I walked for 40 minutes. I was so proud of myself. Here, I even put it in my little log. I hadn't done that in a while, but here it is. 2:27, I walked for 40 minutes. I was so proud of myself. And I got almost done with The Housemaid. I had 15 minutes of it left when I got home. So when I got home, it was still nice outside. We were supposed to get this huge storm at 9 o'clock. It was about, I think it was maybe 8 o'clock when I got back from my walk, 8 or 8:30 or something like that. But anyway, I could have walked longer, but I was I don't want to push it on my knee and hurt my knee. My knee actually feels pretty good today, so I think the walk probably helped that. It's really cold outside tonight. I don't know that I'm going to walk tonight because of the cold. So we'll see, though. Maybe I will for just a little bit. But I sat outside and I finished The Housemaid, and then I was looking at some other books, and then I bought the Housemaid Secret, which I guess is the second one because Tanya read it in Florida, and a bunch of people have told me it's really good, and it was rated the #1 thriller of the year on Goodreads and stuff like that. So I went into Audible and I bought that, and I downloaded it, but I haven't started it yet, so I'm going to start that tonight. And I've read 10 books this year. I'm 5 books behind my Goodreads challenge, 4 or 5 books. So I got to catch up. I've got all these books that I want to listen to and all these books that I want to read and stuff like that. I've been reading a chapter at a time, at night when I'm getting my Keurig ready and stuff like that, because they're really short chapters of this. Raymond Chandler's the mystery writer. What's the guy's name? I can't think of it. It's C-H. Should I just go get it? Do you guys want to just sit here for a second while I go get it? Okay, hold on just a second. This is what I do when I'm uploading videos. I'm oh, I forgot something, so I gotta do something. Hold on a second. Raymond Carver, that's what I was talking about. So I've been reading like a chapter of this. It's short stories. It's called What We Talk About When We Talk About Love by Raymond Carver. He's like one of my favorite writers. And I bought this a while ago, and I found it when I was going through a bunch of books. So I was like, I know you can't really see it on here because of the light. But anyway, so I was like, I'm going to start Vintage Carver, it says. So I was like, I'm going to start reading a chapter of this tonight. So I've been reading it. They're very bizarre stories. The first story is about this guy. This is where I kind of miss like being in literature classes to discuss these stories, to hear. I'm like, oh, okay. Because the first one's about this guy. It's called, what's it called? Something about dancing. Why Don't You Dance is what it's called. And it's about this guy, and he's older, and he moves all the furniture from inside his house into the yard. But he never says anything about having like a yard sale, right? And so then this younger couple comes up. He just keeps on popping his head over here. This young couple comes along. When was this book? Because this book was probably published in the 50s or something like that, because it feels very dated. Let's see when the book is published. Doesn't say. Where is it at? First published in 1981. That can't be right. Oh, I guess it was 1981, but he was from like long before that. When we talk about love, what we talk about when we talk about love, Raymond Carver was born in Oregon in 1938, married early, and for years writing had to come. When we talk about Love, Cathedral, and Elephant Fires, a collection of essays, poems, and stories appeared in 1985, followed by 3 further collections of poetry. He completed his last book of poems shortly before his death in 1988. There's something very simple. I've read another one of his books of short stories that I really, really like. I think it was Cathedral. I think I talked about it on here. They're very simple. They're like 5 to 10 pages of short stories. And, but anyway, this one's about this guy, and he like, I don't know why this one impacted me out of all of them, but he like moves all of his furniture from the inside the house to the front yard, and this couple comes along. It seems like it takes place like in the 50s or 60s or something like that. This couple comes along, and they think it's like a garage sale, and it's like early evening. And so like the girl sits down, and the guy turns on the TV. Like everything's plugged in outside, which I don't know how that is. He like turns on the TV, and they're like sitting on the couch, and the girl like lays on the bed, and then she like lights a cigarette, and the guy comes out of the house, and, well, hello, Boo Radley. He's so cute. It's just his little head shadow there. And then they're like, oh, well, how much do you want for this? And so he starts selling this stuff to them. He's like, you should take it. It's like, I don't want it. And he sells it to them really low. And then he like pours them his drinks, and then they're drinking this whiskey. And then he's like, plays these records for him. And then he's like, why don't you dance? And so they all 3 start dancing in the driveway, and people are like watching him and stuff. And it's like years later, when she remembers it, it's like the last paragraph is something like, well, I guess I could just look it up for you, but it's like when she looks back on it, I like dog-eared it because I wanted to tell Tony about this. She told everyone there was more to it, and she was trying to get it all talked out. After a time, she quit trying. It's like this moment in time when you try to explain to somebody like something that happened to you that was like so profound and so pivotal, but you can't because it doesn't mean anything to them because they didn't live it. You know what I mean? And it was just like I was reading this the other night. I was like, oh, well, this is so powerful. So I've been reading those, listening to Housemaid, and reading, trying to get all my graphic novels caught up. I've got like 2 going right now. I've got The Fangirl that's just been kind of like sitting there. I read like a page at a time, and I have something else. I can't remember. The other one's about that woman that goes from the Bronx to Oregon to start being the assistant to this writer. It's okay. It's not what I thought it was going to be. But anyway, so that's my reading right now. But anyway, I read that last night. And then I sat inside and I finished watching that show after I got done with my walk. I walked longer. I thought I'd only walk for like 15 or 20 minutes. I was kind of surprised. But I was like, I really enjoyed my walk last night. It was so beautiful last night. I really enjoyed walking and listening to my book. It was so fun. And then watched the end of that, the last part of that documentary. And the reason I'm sitting here is because I'm trying to get these videos uploaded. And in all honesty, I do not feel great. And if I wait for this stuff to get done, then I can just tell you right now, there probably will be no vlog. And I don't want to miss another day of vlogging because I feel like I've missed so many days of vlogging so far. So, I don't want to miss another day of vlogging. This isn't going to take me long. I just have to put this up on I'm going to upload it on my phone because it should be quicker. But anyway, after that I laid down for a little bit. I took a really good nap. I slept like really deep. And I was like waiting for the storm to come. We were supposed to have this storm. I told you this last night. Well, I didn't. Well, the one thing I did do was I downloaded. So I was looking. Okay, I got this email from all these it was like from Peacock or something. It was like they call it True Crime Tuesday, and they release new true crimes on Tuesday. And it was about Joran Vandersloot, which I knew who he was in association with the Natalie Holloway case, but I had never watched any documentaries about it. I just like seen the news stuff and whatever about Natalie Holloway. So I'd never watched any documentaries. Well, that had been on my list to watch this documentary about Natalie Holloway that was on Peacock. It's a 6-part series. So I downloaded that in case our electricity went out. But I didn't charge anything else or anything like that. Alex did. I told him to, and then I didn't even do it myself. And so I laid down, got up. It was still like pretty outside and stuff like that. And then I was here and I was like ordering some t-shirts and stuff online last night. And all of a sudden, I just I heard Boo Radley before all this. I was sitting here, and Boo Radley came darting down the stairs, like he was terrified. And he came over here, and he was wanting me to pick him up. So I picked him up. I was like, "Bud, what's going on?" And all of a sudden, out there, I heard this huge. Oh, there he is, right there, walking around. You want to come over here? You want me to pick you up? What's wrong, honey? He's been so crazy today. So I picked him up and there was this huge crash of thunder. He got right all into my chest. He was real scared and stuff like that. And it's so funny because if we're outside and the thunder crashes, he's not scared of it at all when he's outside. But when he's in here and he can hear it, I don't think he obviously can't understand it or doesn't make sense to him. So he's scared. So it started coming down like crazy for half an hour, 40 minutes. And then it stopped, and then it was nothing. And then I went outside because I wanted to see how wet it was. Our entire front porch was soaked. All the cushions were soaked. The table was soaked. Everything was soaked. And then, so after I looked out the front porch, I came back inside and I was getting ready to watch the stuff. And then it started pouring down rain again. And it did that every hour, it for a while, and then it just stopped. Well, this morning, I think it was storming or it was real windy or something, but Alex got up for work and he was getting ready, and so I watched 3 parts of the Natalie Holloway series last night. I've got 4th, 5th, and 6th episodes of the 6-part series to watch, and then I'm going to watch the Joran Vandersloot thing. It's an hour and a half documentary about everything that's happened since this documentary came out. And so Alex is getting ready, and all of a sudden, the fan shut down, and when electricity goes off, I don't know if it does at your house, but you hear the fire alarms go beep and stuff like that, and whatever, and everything goes off. And Alex was in the bathroom at the time, and he had the lights off, so he didn't really realize it. So when he came out, I said, the electricity just went off. And he was like, oh, it did? He's like, I'm sorry, because I couldn't sleep with the fan and whatever. And I said something to him, and I don't remember how it was, but he was like, how am I going to get out of the garage? Because the garage door, is an electric garage door. And I was like, babe, I don't know. I have no idea, right? And he didn't seem real stressed about it or anything like that. And then by the time that he was getting ready to leave, he had to wait just a little bit. But then the electricity came back on. Right after he left, the electricity went off again. And then my neighbor was texting me, and she was like, how long has the electricity been off? And that time it stayed off for 2 hours. I could not sleep without a fan. And so I found that travel fan that I had done this review on, right? What are you crying about, buddy? Come here. Booby. Boo Radley. Where are you at? Let me go see what's going on with him. He's crying. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I closed out my screen. That's why the light is so bad. Look at that. Now it's like a whiteout. It's blizzard conditions over here. He was laying on the bed. I thought it was coming from the kitchen over there. So I was like, what is going on? But it was coming from upstairs. And he's laying on the bed. And he's like this. He wants us to come upstairs to the bedroom. I'm like, Boo Radley, let me finish this and then we'll come upstairs. I'll come upstairs to the bedroom and lay down with you. So, but walking back down the stairs, my stomach is really, really cramping and my throat is sore. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Anytime my stomach hurts a little bit, I start getting scared because of the pancreatitis. But when I had pancreatitis, every doctor that I've ever talked to has been like, no, this is 100% because of the Depakote that you were on. And the medicine change will never, that will hopefully never happen again. So all my other tests came back, all my organs were fine and stuff like that. So, but anytime like my stomach starts like cramping, hurting, I always like freak out about it. I'm always like, God, is this like, I hope this isn't, you know, the pancreatitis and things like that. But it doesn't feel like that. Honestly, I kind of can't remember the extreme feelings of it. I just remember I was so uncomfortable. At that time, like it was so bad that I was like, for me to go to the emergency room in the middle of the night, I was just like, that's how bad it was. But it doesn't feel like that at all. It just feels like I'm sick or something. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's like cramping and my throat is hurting. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'll probably feel back to normal tomorrow. Alex is out to dinner with, one of his girlfriends he used to work with, and then 2 other girls they were inviting, but I don't know if they ended up coming or not. So, but he went to dinner at like 5:30, and it's now 6:45. They went to dinner at like 5 or 5:30, so he said it wouldn't be late, so he should probably be coming home soon. But anyway, I'm gonna lay down when this is done anyway, and then I was gonna maybe like try to take a walk, but I think it'd be better if I just like lay down and rested a little bit, see if I start feeling better. And then when I get up, I'm gonna watch the rest of the Natalie Holloway documentary, and then the new documentary that just came out yesterday about Jordan Vandersloot. And then, yeah, I probably won't stay up super late tonight because we have Cousin Fun Day tomorrow with Caroline. I had therapy today too. Oh, so that was that. So then so I went in and I got the fan, the travel fan, because I couldn't sleep without a fan. It was like dead silent here. I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I almost was like, I'm gonna just get up and make videos now, but I was so tired. I was like exhausted. And I had taken my sleep medicine and I was just kind of like waiting for it to kick in. It's very much like trazodone, so it takes like a while to kick in. And so, like, I could feel that I was like getting tired. Boo Radley, you just need to go to sleep up there, buddy. He's like cocking his ears and looking at me. So anyway, I could feel like I was getting drowsy, but like I couldn't like fall asleep. Like my body was like drowsy, but like my head was like, you know. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I knew I had that travel fan that goes by the USB, right? And then I was like, but I didn't charge any batteries, like I told myself to do, because I never thought the storm was going to be that bad. So I pulled out the cord and I looked at the cord and I thought, maybe it'll fit into, or maybe the battery for the heated vest will work for it. So I got the heated vest thing, plugged it in. Boo Radley, of course, is running around the whole time, right? So I'm getting him settled. I pull up the fan, and it works. And I'm like, oh, this works. But the fan is like so light. But I was like, hey, this is better than nothing, right? So I can at least sleep with it. I pulled it real close, so it's like real next to my face and stuff like that. It has like this, you can like pull it up and like make it like, you know, tall and whatever. And so I did that, and then I was like, I couldn't fall asleep. And so I started falling asleep. And like, just as I started getting to sleep, like the electricity came back on. And then I was like, oh, thank God the fan's on. But then I had to put the fan away and do all that kind of stuff to get Boo Radley settled again. And then right as I got settled again, the electricity went off again. I mean, it was like all morning long. So finally it went back on and it stayed back on. But that was at like 10:30 or something. And I had to get up for therapy today and get stuff ready. And so, and therapy was super intense today because we're doing the trauma narrative. And I just been like, yeah, so I was just like really, really tired. My plan was to get up earlier and do videos before my therapy session, because my therapy session was actually at 3 o'clock today. And so I wanted to get all this stuff done earlier before my therapy session, which is why I was getting up early. Not early, but earlier. But then that didn't end up happening. So, I mean, I got all this stuff done, but I didn't make those videos. Honestly, at the point that I got up, I was like so exhausted from not being able to sleep this morning that I was like, if I just make my vlog today, I just make my vlog today. But then I knew Alex wasn't going to be like home right at like 5:30 today because he was going out to dinner. So I was like, well, I can, he's up there crying and whining. I can hear him. I can hear him walking around on the bed. He's like a grumpy old man. He walks around. He's like, oh, he does it when we're up there. He does it when he'll like come right over to like Alex and I. He'll look at Alex like, well, Alex is like looking at TikToks and go, and then Alex will like pet him and whatever. And like Alex can pet him for like 40 minutes. And the second that he stops petting him, Boo Radley go, like, I want more pets, right? So cute. But anyway, God, my stomach is hurting me. My stomach hasn't really hurt like this in a while. Translated, can you please come upstairs? Now, I did eat cottage cheese last night. I had cottage cheese for dinner. And, well, that wasn't the only thing, but I have like 3 rows of cottage cheese in my refrigerator. I have like, the first row is the cottage cheese that I bought like 2 weeks ago. And I looked, and yesterday was the expiration date. But I don't think cottage cheese would go bad that quick, do you? And so then the next row is the fruit ones, and the row after that is the ones that like the expiration date's like in 2 weeks. So I don't think like, well, hello? You are really wanting me up there, aren't you? I just don't think that cottage cheese that's expiring, or maybe expired the day before, but I don't think like 1 day expired cottage cheese would make my stomach hurt 24 hours later, do you? I just don't think that. So I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, but I was glad I took my walk last night. I had such an enjoyable time. It was so beautiful. I took a completely different route last night. And the housemaid was very good. I will tell you, it was not predictable. It was not what I thought was going to happen at all. The last third of it is completely not what I thought it would be at all. It's completely unpredictable. And I was very happy with it. I thought it was really, really good. So if you're looking for a good thriller right now, The Housemaid, I think it's by Frida McFadden is who it's by, I think. This sounds like a made-up name, doesn't it? I'm going to need to look her up and see. Let's see what Frida McFadden looks like. Why is this not going over here? Okay. Frida, here, oh, that is her name, Frida McFadden. Oh, there shows a picture of her and everything. Oh, she's like real young. Okay. She was born in Boston, Massachusetts. About Frida. She is a physician. Oh, she's a physician practicing in brain injury from New York City. Oh my God. Her books are genius too. She self-published her first book through Amazon KDP in 2013. Her 2022 book, The Housemaid, was an international bestseller. See, proofs you can self-publish and get famous. A movie adaptation of the book is set to be adapted for Lionsgate with Rebecca Sonnenschein to pen the screenplay and Hidden Pictures. I don't know who these people are anyway. She's written so many books. Where did I see that? Oh, here it is. She was born, oh, it just has her, it doesn't have her age, it just has her birthday as May 1st. Is an American author and practicing physician specializing in brain injury from New York City. Wow, that's interesting. She's doing a lot. Isn't she? Oh, look who's down here. You wanna come over here? Booby. He's looking at the back door. He's like, I'm waiting for my dad to come home. Booby. Hey. No, he's running away now. He's running away, running away, running away. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do not feel very good tonight. And I wanna like go rest. And I'm getting my drama video up right now, my Peterisms video. So I'm gonna get off here now. I was gonna wait until this stuff was going on, then I was gonna move over there, but I just am not feeling that great tonight. So I just wanted to pop on here and say hello. Hopefully I will feel much better tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the last day of February, isn't it? I'm almost positive it is. Yep, tomorrow is the last day of February. So Friday is March 1st. Will it come in like a lion? Or will it come in like a lamb? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and just rest for a little bit. I'm not feeling great. My head's starting to hurt a little bit now too. So anyway, I hope I feel better tomorrow. And let me know what you guys are up to tonight in the comment section below. I hope that you have a magically amazing Wednesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Short outro, because I just want to get off here and relax for a little bit. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you.